So you'll remember last time, Tekken's Nina Williams had just broken into the cruise ship through the roof.
Right, we killed a lot of people with a sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm. We did also have to kill a lot of people with a sniper rifle. And don't worry, we're going to be doing more of that, but not right now.
You know, I'm kind of uncomfortable with this, because, like, Nina Williams hasn't yet shown us she has a license to kill. Like, are these legal kills we're doing?
Yeah, where does she even keep her wallet?
First of all, great question. Second of all, it's like... They're probably, like, extra legal, you know, it's through both, MI6 and the CIA. I assume both of them have gotten the coverage for it, right?
Okay.
Wait, so if it's extra legal, that means the more people she kills, the more legal it is?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's a combo system.
Chirps, you are introducing a lot of gray morality in this, and that's not what fiction is about. Fiction is about the first page establishing you who the good guys are and who are the bad guys.
Right. Well, in this case, the bad guys are the ones who blew up the boat at the beginning, and the good guys are the ones who don't want boats to blow up.
But right now we are in a boat.
It's true, but we're trying to make it not blow up.
And we are causing quite the ruckus, and I could very easily imagine us blowing up this boat at some point in the future also.
I think also another thing in media is that everything that appears in the media, the author is, like, endorsing, so it's kind of cringe that they're endorsing blowing up boats.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I also endorse this, so...
Well, you know, my politics are fucked up. Sometimes I think it's good to blow up boats if it's for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think anything should be floating on water. I think water should be... You should go under it.
Yeah,
so,
I'm very centrist in the ends justify the means, but only when it comes to blowing up boats.
Right. I'm very centrist, and I believe that all things should be above the water or below the sky, and they should not ever cross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Teok, you're a kill-em-all kind of guy, and you just kind of solemnly stare into the distance and go, except boats.
Except boats.
Williams, be careful. This is no ordinary ship. It's laid out like a labyrinth.
I gotta be honest. Huge cruise ships, pretty labyrinth-like to begin with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're all kind of labyrinths. So, Jay, you brought up something last time, which is that I should show off all the locked doors. Well, this would have led back to the atrium, except it requires a fingerprint scanner, which we just learned about. There are 3 levels of fingerprint scanner, and we don't have the right fingerprints.
Right,
so we're gonna have to
Nina
work
doesn't
on
have
that.
fingerprints. They got burnt off.
Yeah, because she's a spy.
Oh, so is this like... I was about to say non-linear. That's being incredibly generous. So is it like
very
you are looping,
linear?
Yeah, you are looping back here and there, or is it really just, okay, you get the key card and now you can actually go through here and there's no actual real exploration in any kind of capacity?
There is exploration. The problem is that a lot of the exploration just leads you to doors you can't open. So...
Okay, so if I was in security, I would probably just make it so that those things never changed and then you couldn't get through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the issue is that, like, if you hit the lasers, a Gatling gun pops out of the ceiling and kills you, so, like, the guards have to be able to get through.
So they just have to learn to do the little dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
We've spotted the intruder.
Basic orientation, you know? Gotta know how to actually move around the ship and not get completely Swiss cheese.
Exactly. An interesting thing, though, is that if you hit the laser trap and enemies are behind you, the minigun will also kill the enemies, they'll just also kill you, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, that makes sense. Also, I don't really know what I was expecting, but for some reason I am actually impressed that the physics work such that you can throw people over, like, ledges and railings and such.
It kind of shocks me every time, too. I feel like there are a number of walls in this game that don't let you do that, but the ones where they do, it's very fun.
Yeah.
I mean, Tekken physics have always just been about, like, launching your opponent into the air so you can do more damage on him.
That is true, yeah. I wasn't thinking about the Tekken aspect of all of this.
Tekken loves launchers.
Yeah.
That is one thing I'm curious about. I haven't played enough of this, like, the Tekken of this era to know if, like, are these classic Nina Williams moves? Does she do, like, the leg stuff, or...
I think she's pretty grappler, right?
You flail your leg in front of someone and you hit them with your foot, whatever that is.
yeah, just like that.
I am going to be honest, I don't know. I have not faced a lot of Nina Williamses in my life.
Despite being the most popular Tekken character of all time ever, according to the devs.
Well, you know, she's what Metal Jesus would call a hidden gem.
It's true. So, like, again, there are a lot of locations I could be going to show off how many locked doors there are. I think at some point, since we're going to be going to all those places, I might as well just take you to where we need to go, you know? Mm-hmm. This video, literally, if just going to all of the doors on the way to this one, could probably be like 10 to 15 minutes longer, but we're not going to do that.
Right, this is role-playing Nina Williams when she's seen the map of the cruise ship before.
That's right. When she scanned it last episode for like 30 seconds, she downloaded it and she's like, I just know everything now.
Yeah. Right, well, I mean, you have to be, if you're going to be an agent, you have to be able to look at things like that and just be like, oh, locked door right there.
Right, you don't know how long it's going to be that you can look at the camera before, or at the map before you start getting shot to death, so... Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is basically just setting up that the other two did do their jobs. There is a terminal on here that we can access the outside internet and send files, should we need to.
I wish, like, to find these save points, like, Nina was just, like, holding her phone up like she's looking for bars.
Or like kind of the metal detector thing where it also beeps as you get closer.
Oh, yeah.
And when you turn the wrong way, it starts slowing down again.
Just constantly looking for a proper Bluetooth signal somewhere.
Yeah. Again, a lot of locked doors, a lot of keys we need. And I can't get that special item, which I want, but, you know, we'll come back to it later. This room is right next to the freezer, also. Not really related, but we use the conveyor belt here.
Makes sense, I guess.
So is the way this game is structured a little bit more... I guess Metroidvania-ishly, I would say, where it's just a lot of you coming back to, like, old rooms later to, like, get some extra stuff?
Yeah, I would say so.
Have you found anything?
A print scanner.
That's John's. That'll enable you to get past the fingerprint authorization system. Do you know how to use it?
I suppose I'll need some volunteers to obtain some prints.
Yes, I suppose so. Continue searching for John. You can ID him by the tattoo on his neck.
Did we not notice this guy before?
No. We were so distracted by our job of finding the fingerprint scanner that now we can start scanning fingerprints. And what's exciting is that this is another collectible in the game.
Oh.
There are people with a number of personal codes, which will come up later why we collect so many of them. But the idea is that you want to collect as many fingerprints as possible, even if they only give the same access code, right? So now we have A1, which is sort of the default access code to everything. Mm-hmm. A lot of soldiers are going to have that, but we want to collect as many as possible.
So is this like the Metal Gear Solid dog tags, basically, of people who write in for some sort of contest?
A little bit, yeah. It would be cool if it turns out that all these names are just like big Tekken fans, right, that wrote in.
I mean, my immediate reaction just from, like, a modern-day perspective is all of these names are absolutely Kickstarter backers or something. But, you know.
Yeah, they're all dev team. But yeah, so now it's just, we're going to be looking at a lot of items around the area that may have fingerprints, things like mugs, and we're going to just be pulling them off.
I mean, I feel like a keyboard probably would have a fingerprint.
No.
Okay.
No.
They all wear gloves when they do it. They're very professional.
Yeah, they're going up against carpal tunnel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now we also get a look at the executive members. These are the top dogs running the cruise ship right now. Enrique Ortega, we saw him before. It's Steve Bloom putting on an accent.
Imagine like a fucking corporate website where there's, here's the executive roster.
Yeah. And then we have Lana Lay and an unknown person named Edgar Grant. It's not the guy with pink hair. His name is Bryce Adams. He's not part of the executives. He's not really part of the whole thing. He just kind of got brought on because he's Lana Lay's, like, boyfriend, you know?
Oh my god.
It's like a nepotism hire kind of
Nepo
thing.
baby.
Oh my god.
You were saying, like, pink hair, that was so sepia tone, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you remember the guy from the first cutscene where he just shot a bunch of dudes to death for no reason? That guy.
Right, that
that
dude.
guy. Yeah.
No wonder Nina Williams is going after them when they have such, like, poor business etiquette.
Yeah, basically, we're here kind of like bar rescue, right? We're trying to save the business.
Oh, man.
You're shooting your own guys!
John Tapper finally gets fucking enough, starts roundhouse kicking every single person in the bar.
You know, the American agent we're working with, his name is also John. I mean, it's John Doe, but he's using a pseudonym, so think about it.
Yeah.
Fucking business rescue, you just find a bomb on the boat, go, what the hell is that?
Yeah, like Hotel Hell, right? Like, Gordon Ramsay, like, picks up a hamburger, but there's, like, a landmine in it instead of a beef patty.
He gets really pissed that the railings are too low so you can kick guys off the side.
At some point, you run into a boss, almost Dead Island style, who has turned the cruise ship bar into, like, a pirate-themed bar.
Oh, yeah. It's like, this does not fit the aesthetic. You're going for Greco-Roman architecture, but you're putting in a pirate bar. Anyways, one of the items we picked up there was essential oils. We're going to collect a lot of these. They're the stat boosts of this game. We'll show them off later. But I think it's very cool that you just rub essential oils on and it, like, increases your strength.
Oh, yeah, like, Nina's way into, like, Goop brand stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
Who in Tekken lore would have the Goop brand, right?
Well, there's that scientist guy with the purple hair. Not Boskanovich, but the other guy. But also
Violet?
Boskanovich would. Yeah.
Violet's kind of more of a CEO because he's like... It's just the alter ego of, like, fucking Lee.
Yeah, I feel like if you have any kind of relation to a scientific field, you are not buying shit from Goop.
It's
No,
true.
but you're selling them.
Oh, I see.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. But you're, like, fully in on the grift, right?
Right,
That-
no,
Yeah.
of course.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Believing in things is for poor people.
That's right. Also, that's one of my favorite context moves. If the guy's, like, down on the ground, like, on his knees, and you do a kick, you just start, like, jabbing him in the chest instead of doing your normal combo.
I like the one where you roll and do, like a rolling kick on them instead of just, like, I don't know, kicking them while they're on the ground.
Yeah, there are a number of moves that can hit off the ground. That one's just, like, the easiest to perform, and the only one you get, like, default. But it comes in very handy.
Don't you, like, hate it when you're just at a bar, somebody walks in and all they do is order a small bottle of water?
I hate that.
Oh, Tapper would be so pissed. You're leaving fingerprints on the shakers! Somebody could scan these!
Don't worry, we found some food improperly packaged in the back, too, so we'll be confiscating that.
So this is a hybrid cocktail bar, patisserie, and MRE stockhouse.
Exactly, yeah. It's everything that you need on a boat like this.
Tapper would be so fucking angry at this place.
You know, the MRE stuff is more for the passion of it.
It's very true.
Yeah.
You know, some people just love the culture more than it is like the taste.
Okay, wait, what, is it a soldier that's making smoothies with the blender? I don't think so.
All the staff are soldiers.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this kitchen has maybe my favorite lore in the video game. A number of edible rats have escaped from the pantry and are multiplying in the air ducts.
I see.
So what's very funny about this is that you will see the rats later as we go through air ducts. And the idea is that if you find out where they're coming from, you will be able to find gold coins because they are attracted to shiny things.
So are they force-fed fucking foie gras rats? What's an edible rat?
I don't know.
I would say that's a whole ass fucking rat, man.
Yeah, that's not a piece of rat meat. Also, I'd like to introduce a thread contest to this. If anyone can make this recipe for sautéed rat and post it.
Absolutely. You are going to cause someone to die, Chorps.
You can replace the rat meat. You don't have to find the edible rat meat.
I like that it's specifically a local recipe, local being the middle of the fucking ocean.
Yeah. Local as in it located on this boat.
A fucked up episode of Binging with Babish this week.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just imagining Nina Williams eating the rat and then having to slurp in the tail like a string of spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked up. It's an edible rat. We don't take it as a food ration that we can use to heal later.
Why even? Wait, so the rats aren't even a food source in the game? They just...
No, not for us.
Chirps. Well, I assume eating a creature that is so fast and able to get cancer isn't probably good for you.
Probably not. Anyways, we saw that blood trail leading into the freezer. I'm not going to worry about that. We have other things to do. Get to the other side of this room that was locked. These are the most important items in the game. They just let you hold more weapons.
Oh, Nina's way into tactical belts.
Yeah. Also, we got the key. We cannot open the door from this side because it's locked on the other side.
What? Oh my god. What?
They're one-sided doors.
But why could you even go in through this way? Why are there two ways to get to the pouch? Why would you do that?
It promotes exploration. And what if you're in a scenario where you have to go from the other side to this side? Well, you could open the locked door and go through the air duct. It's just about options. It's kind of like Dark Souls that way.
Oh my god. That cow dragged itself in here and then somebody hung it up.
I've located John.
Is he?
I'm afraid so.
I see. What about the GPS device?
He doesn't seem to have it.
Williams, it's a trap.
You looking for this? Never thought you'd fall for it.
So,
each of his pistols holds 3 bullets.
That's right. Welcome to our boss fight against Bryce Adams. We're gonna fight fire with fire. So you want to kind of stagger it, because otherwise he falls over like you see there, right? Okay, so actual boss fight is he runs to one. So if you go to his side, he runs to the other side and starts doing like little like gun moves, and then you have time to run in and attack him.
Oh,
What?
We're doing our focus attack. It does more damage.
Oh my god!
And knocks him over.
Shit.
Yeah, look, you know.
Now his brain's exposed. His head will have jiggle physics now.
The other thing about this specific location is, during this fight, you can kick the meat to either knock into him or he can kick it to knock into you. It's very inaccurate. I've never hit him with it. He's only ever hit it with me.
I was wondering about that. That seemed like, oh man.
It just doesn't move enough. Right?
It's such a good mechanic, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate that it really only works against you. Also, the camera doesn't reset unless you go all the way to the end of the hall. So if you're like midway through and he goes behind you, you have to run all the way back, otherwise your camera's just fucked. But yeah, the fight itself is very simple. He only has a small set of moves, which is basically just running down the rows shooting, and then you run in after he's done shooting and you kick him. Not much else you really can do. We only have one slot for guns, so... I'm trying to hit him with the meat, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the part like last time you tried that, and yeah, I totally believe you that it's the hitboxes on those meat packets are completely useless, basically.
Yeah, I wish they were easier to use.
You broke my entire skull.
Anyways, he's off to recover. You know, he's at half health. We'll deal with him next time. For now, we gotta collect everything we can off of John Doe.
And now your clothes are fucked up. Is this gonna be like an ill-bleed thing?
To an extent, yes. They actually stole the idea from Illbleed.
Well, I mean, she got shot. Of course that's gonna rough up her dress a little.
Literally,
Right,
the worst thing they could have stolen from Illbleed is the Erico thing on a true run.
It never goes that far, I should say. There's exactly one step to close degradation.
I mean, you say the Illbleed thing. I call it the Prince of Persia thing. We are not the
Does
same.
that happen in Prince of Persia too? That's crazy.
In Sands of Time, yeah.
Okay. Well, next time, we're chasing after Bryce again. We gotta get that GPS device.